Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet. And today we're going to be talking about Hal Puthoff. We've spoken about him a couple of times, and you must be thinking, goddamn, thanks for not speaking about Eggman, right? Yeah, so Hal Puthoff recently went on Reddit and did some Ask Me questions, right? And he recorded him answering some questions, and there was some pretty interesting details that came out about the crash retrieval team, the whole inner works of Immaculate Constellation. So make sure you get your popcorn, your snacks ready, because it's about to go down, okay? But before we start, and goddamn, it's a good one today, guys. Watch till the end, because the best parts are there. Subscribe, notifications on if you have not already, and comment. Let me know what you think. Like to show support, and you want more content, which is the best content. So make sure you join the community and share this video. That's the most important and helps the absolute most.
Well, a program like that, crash retrievals and so on, and deep analysis, I mean, this is something that, if it's occurring, is still behind the scenes and highly classified. However, I've interacted with the various intelligence officers who've been given the job officially, actual official jobs, to dig out what's true about the so-called legacy programs, crash retrievals, and so on. People like DavidGrusch, who appeared before Congress under oath, and he made the statement that, in fact, there is a legacy program. We do have access to crash-retrieved craft, even crash-retrieved biologics. Knowing him and where he came from, he was at the National Reconnaissance Office, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, at the highest level of clearances. He interviewed, as he claimed in his statement before Congress, over 40 individuals over a 4-year period, and all this data was collected together, and it seems like there is that crash retrieval program. So although I can't say that I personally have been absolutely briefed on the crash retrieval program, I've interacted with people like Grusch and many others whose I just simply can't say I'm not hearing the truth. So I would put my stamp on the idea that there is such a program.
So I don't know about you guys, right? But I want to see the goddamn biologics, right? Imagine having access to that, seeing actual biologics, actual footage, images, voice recordings, you name it, of these operations, black operations, where you deal with NHI and non-human intelligence. Like, that is the most insane work to be paid for, right? That has to be such an interesting sight to behold. And Danny Sheehan, I know, had access to a lot of this intelligence and documentation data about these things, and yeah, he wrote down a few images on paper, etc., and he sneaked it out of there. A really interesting story. Make sure you check that out. But yeah, he basically talks about DavidGrusch, says the same things he says. These NDAs make people speak so weird when they talk around things, right? They can't say, they say even they can't say this and that, or they can't really, But yeah, Lou Elizondo, DavidGrusch, our big-eyed friend, Barber, all very interesting individuals. They know a lot of things. These first-hand witnesses, I just want to know more, right? Make sure you subscribe, notifications on, because we're going to be covering every detail coming out of this.
And I gave Dave all my data, all my briefing information, and he took that, ran with it, and he found everything. And then later on, I think maybe a year or two later, yeah, actually almost 2 years later, somewhere in that period, they finally got to meet with Hal Puthoff, and he briefed them with his set of information. A lot of what he has overlaps mine, but I have a lot of unique information, both in and outside of the era of the 15 years that I worked with Hal. A lot of it came from NIDS, And Hal knew some of that. A lot of it came from AFRL, and then a lot of it came through the OSAP with my interactions with the CIA and other agencies and companies and so forth. So Dave basically ran with our data, mine and Hal's, and found everything. Found 40 witnesses. I'm not going to say who they are, but I could say that I know 2 of them.
Okay, so these are 2 individuals crossing paths. They know each other in real life. They've worked together. They corroborate each other's stories. They it's you got to be putting the puzzle pieces together. Maybe one individual speaks more about something than another, and another wants to correct, and it leads to all this leakage of little things, right? So we got to keep an eye out for that, and we're always trying to put the puzzle pieces together, right?
Will Hal Puthoff ever talk about what he knows? Would you consider writing a book to be published posthumously?
Enough with all these books, right? We want to know the truth. Say it on camera, say it on video. We don't want to buy the book, even though we never do. We just look at it online or pirate it, right? That's the thing. People pirate books, guys. It's pretty weird, right? So no more books, right?
Sorry about that.
Posthumously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about it. My family is pushing me to do it. Of course, there are a lot of books out there already about everything I've done. So, but in terms of postulating or actually putting in print what I know from being involved in these programs, I'm still a patriot, and I still follow the laws of national security establishment. And so if something is being kept back under secrecy, I'm not going to violate that. So even in a posthumously published book, I would not say things that I've convinced are national security secrets. So I might do that, but if somebody's looking forward to reading it, to suddenly have everything spring out from behind the scenes, that probably wouldn't be the case, although it'd be pretty spicy.
So this is an absolutely weird argument, right? And so many people we see use this national security, right, quote unquote. Guys, I think this is an easy out for people not releasing information or speaking enough about things. National security can go only to some extent, right? You can keep the technology to yourself, but not admitting anything, that makes absolutely zero sense, and I don't believe that's an argument that works well in this case, right? Let me know what you think. How far does national security go? And I think there's an extent where you just gotta realize that that's bullshit, right?